This week on Spook Nation.
It's a big buck, big buck. We're gonna kill this deer right here. He's gonna come right here. Golly, did I miss that deer? I don't know. I didn't hear you. You're not gonna be able to stand me for the next couple of days if I miss that deer.
Spook Nation, nation. Eyes like an eagle, ears like a hawk, half man, half predator. He's living to stalk with the heart of a lion, the nose of a buck. It's blood, sweat, and tears, it's skill. This ain't luck. From the day he was born, he had a burning desire to make Tennessee proud and set the world on fire. From the swamps to the Rockies to the North Pole, with a gun and a bow and a mission in his soul. Muscle and bone beneath the Under Armour. He's wearing a camouflage badge of honor, proud to wave the flag of the USA. He believes in God and family every day. He travels the nation, he's an inspiration. Welcome to the land of Spook Nation.
Spook Nation has been brought to you by Real Scent, makers of Spook Spann's Wildfire. Under Armour, always lethal. Hydra Track, it will get you there and get you back. PSE, precision shooting equipment. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. And Nikon, the trusted name in optics.
Well, I hated to leave Kansas. The rut was really kicking in, but I had an Iowa tag burning a hole in my pocket, and it was time to hit the road. You only get an archery tag there once every 3 years, and I can't waste any more time anywhere else. I've got to get up there. Well, Iowa is definitely in the top 2 or 3 states in America for big bucks. Well, the concept of the DNR in Iowa is very similar to what I like to do on a lot of Spook Nation farms. Well, my concept with Spook Nation farms is to go out and find the most strategic pieces of property that are in as good a place as I think they can be, have as good a genetics as I think they can have, and then taking those farms to another level with creating better habitat and better food sources. Well, we're going to be hunting on a Spook Nation farm in southwest Iowa, about 20 miles south of Atlantic, Iowa. This farm is pretty unique. It sits on a river where there's a lot of like cedar breaks and mock orange thickets, and just with scattered fields and bottoms and food plots and cornfields. I mean, it's just set up perfect. Surrounding this farm are several thousand acres of row crops, and when they harvest those, I mean, the deer that are a couple miles away, I mean, they funnel in, migrate to this farm for cover. Well, there's been some mighty big bucks killed on this farm. I mean, there's been 2 bucks in the last, 7 or 8 years that's been killed on it, over 200 inches, several, 170 inch plus kind of deer. I killed a big buck 3 years ago, the last time I hunted there, the day before I killed the 230 buck in Kansas.
We have had so much fun hunting here in Iowa. What a state.
It's one of those places that I know if I spend some quality time there, I'm going to be successful.
I don't know. It's hard to beat Iowa and standing corn, baby.
It's the middle of November, peak of the rut. I'm on a Spook Nation farm in the middle of Iowa. There's nowhere else I had rather be.
Spook Nation will be right back. This portion of Spook Nation is brought to you by Muddy Outdoors. Go Muddy.
Well, I've got a particular stand that sits down in a big hardwood valley that I like to go to first. And I'm not in a position to do a lot of scouting, so I start out there. If the oak trees have had acorns that particular fall and they're dropping, then usually there's a lot of deer there. We usually see a lot of deer. I mean, there's 3 or 4 points that come off together. This year, we hunted it the first morning. I was excited. I thought we were going to see a lot of deer. Didn't see as many as what I was expecting. I saw a few little bucks, a few does, and so I knew that something was up. We were going to have to do a little bit of scouting and change our strategy a little bit. Well, that first day, in the middle of the day, we got down and we slipped around and started doing some scouting.
Right across the river over here is a big cornfield. And right here behind us, we got 2 CRP fields and a ditch line of trees coming up out of that cornfield from the river. And these deer have been traveling this tree line, getting back up here to this big cedar thicket that's behind us.
Well, so far, you know, I mean, here we are in the middle of November, and we've been on several hunts. We've been hunting since the beginning of September. Had a lot of quality hunting, seen a lot of good deer, had a great elk hunt, but we hadn't killed anything yet, and I'm getting kind of antsy, getting a little bit worried about the fact that, you know, we're struggling a little bit, and I just knew that it was time to make something happen.
Yeah, I've only got like 5 minutes feeling like that. I don't think it's gonna matter. I mean, I just can't fathom what is going on.
Well, generally, this standing cornfield that we have every year is awesome in late season. But sometimes early season, it might not be quite as good. Usually the bucks are running around, and if there's acorns, they're in that hardwood hollow where we started out. But since this particular year, there were no acorns in that hardwood bottom, I had a feeling that that cornfield might be the place to be. Well, when I got up to the cornfield, I knew we were in business. They had cut about maybe 1/4 of the field, and the combine they had cut out just perfect with the shooting lanes and where they picked, and just the way I like to do it, where it kind of funnels the deer by your stands. And there was a lot of deer sign, a lot of rubs, a lot of scrapes, and I could tell there'd been a lot of deer hanging out, just tracks everywhere, places where you could see where they'd been eating in the standing corn. And so I knew that's where we were going to be that second afternoon.
We just got in the stand this afternoon. We're in Iowa. We got a cornfield here. Part of it's been picked, part of it's left standing. I put this blind here 4 years ago because I love this spot right here, and there was nowhere to put a stand. So I put this box blind here, but this one doesn't have any windows on it, so we did a mock scrape right here on the downwind side. We got our capture on from Under Armour to help control our scent, and we got an ozonics machine. I mean, we're pulling out all the stops. We got the wildfire out. This is it. I think we're gonna have a lot of action here this evening. It's just a matter of whether there's a deer big enough for us to shoot, but hopefully this is gonna be our day. We've been grueling it out. We're having a tough season, and I passed up a lot of good deer trying to kill a monster, but it's starting to get tougher to do. But we're definitely in the right spot this afternoon, so maybe the good Lord will shine on us today.
Well, this is one of those places where there's not really a good tree to get in with the wind direction the way it was. And so 4 years ago, I had went up there and set up 2 enclosed tower bow stands to hunt out of when the wind wasn't right. And also to protect you from the elements, because it can get really cold in Iowa and windy. And so that's where we decided to get.
It's a big buck, big buck. We're gonna kill this deer right here. He's gonna come right here. It's a good deer, it's a good deer. Golly, did I miss that deer? What did he? I don't know, I didn't hear deer. Man, did I miss that deer? I don't know, I couldn't do.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. What just happened?
Spook Nation will be right back. You're watching Spook Nation.
Man, did I miss that deer? What did he? I don't know, I didn't hear deer.
When I first saw this deer, you know, I felt good about the fact he was probably a 170-inch kind of deer. And then when he came down through there and turned broadsided and went through some standing corn out into the cut corn, I mean, then I realized, I mean, this deer is bigger than what I originally thought.
Man, I don't know. I don't see any way I could have missed that deer, but he sure doesn't act like he's hit. I mean, he just kind of bounded out there and he turned and just walked right out through there. Oh, man. That deer's bigger than I thought he was. When that deer was coming in, I thought it was a 160-inch deer. He's bigger than that. That deer's, I don't know how big he is. He is a giant. Oh, did you see the palmation on that main beam? There's no way I could have missed that deer. But he does not look like he's touched. You're not going to be able to stand me for the next couple of days if I miss that deer. Well, I'll get down here in a minute and see if we can find blood.
I went out to look for my arrow. You know, I was disgusted, disappointed, just mad at myself, and turned the flashlight on, looking for the arrow, and boom, there's blood everywhere, illuminite everywhere, and I'm like, I was having a hard time figuring, I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. I thought, you know, I've got a good shot on this deer.
Man, I'm in shock right now. I thought I missed that buck this afternoon. I mean, he didn't act like he was hit. I mean, that arrow zipped through him so fast, that thunderhead did. We got down here, we were down here looking for the arrow, just disgusted. I'm mad at myself, beating my head up against the blind, and we found blood.
Well, I've gone from a very excited high point as the deer's coming in, we're fixing to get a shot, the adrenaline's flowing, to being, you know, down to the lowest of lows, thinking that I just missed a great buck, a great opportunity, and now we've gotten down, we found blood, and I'm right back up on cloud 9 because he is bleeding great, and I'm feeling really good about it.
There he is, baby. Yeah. Woo! We just set the world on fire again. Look at that thing, dude. Look at that. Iowa, baby. Iowa. We just smoked a giant. I thought I missed the deer. Unbelievable. I mean, the way he acted, he hopped over there to the side. I thought I missed him, and then he just walked off. He actually started nosing a doe. I couldn't believe it. We got down. We're looking for the arrow. We think we've missed the deer. And there's blood everywhere. And I'm like, what? And we keep tracking it, and I couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness. We started tracking him, and it just got more and more and more. And here lays Iowa Giant. What a toad. This sucker's got mass like you won't believe. Oh my. What a monster buck. Look at that.
But he has got a heck of a rat. Look at those brow tines. Look at that mass right there. I mean, that looks like something you'd see in Canada. I don't even know how many points he's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. People have been texting me, send me pictures of your big buck, tell me about your big buck, and we just hadn't put it together on one until today. And we did it. Yes. I don't believe it.
Spook Nation will be right back. Spook Nation has been brought to you by Spook Nation Farms, Biologic, Bad Boy Buggies, Illuminite, Big Green Targets. And to watch Spook Nation online, go to stickemarchery.com, the A to Z of archery.
Kind of what I do. I mean, I take a piece of property, I turn it into a Spook Nation farm by improving the habitat, improving the food source, giving bucks a chance to get big. I hunt it myself, I own them myself, and then we turn around and give other people an opportunity to own them.
Try to own your own farm, grow your own food, create your own habitat, and these are the results right here.
I recently sold this Spook Nation farm to Jeff James, and he's headed up there for his first hunt.
It's our second day, our second afternoon actually, in Iowa. And we're back in the same blind we ran last night because we were walking out this morning. Saw most of the corn down below us at the tower stand we hunted this morning had been eaten. A lot of standing corn around here still got a lot of corn left on it, and the wind's still good for us up here. So we decided to stay in the same spot. It's gonna be an interesting hunt. This place is remarkable. Iowa's the land of giants anyway, but this place here, man, it is interesting. It is a unique property. So we're looking for a good hunt. I hope we have one. Oh, they're fighting hard. Another deer coming out. There he is. Oh, there's the big boy.
Wait for that other buck to pass him.
Ready?
You gotta wait till his head's up and then shoot.
Ready?
Always wait where his head to get up. Don't shoot his rack, man. Don't shoot his rack.
All right. That's a big deer.
That's a good deer, dude.
That's the one we're waiting on. My goodness. Spook, you said 2 days. That is a stud right there. That's a 170-inch deer right there, I think. First hunt now, baby.
Well, I'm really proud of what we've done with this Spook Nation farm in Iowa. I'm happy that Jeff's got him a high-quality farm. He's already had great success of his own. If you're interested in owning your own farm with giant whitetails, check us out on SpookNationFarms.com. Stay tuned with us next week as my good friend, outdoor writer Travis Faulkner comes down from Kentucky to deer hunt and turkey hunt with me.
We're down here in Tennessee with Spook Spann, and let me tell you something, this guy has got the birds on his property.
And check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and let me know what you thought about that buck that I killed this week in Iowa.
If you put God, family, and country first, then you are a citizen of the Spook Nation.
It's a percentage of know-how,
A percentage of luck.
and a whole lot of ain't never giving up.
If you're hunting to live,
Or living for the hunt,
and do whatever it takes until you get the job done, then you're a spook.
I'm a spook.
We're all a spook.
Doing exactly what we were born to do.
So you're gonna have to bring it if you wanna tag along.
Cause you're joining the ranks, 20 million strong.
It's a percentage of
A
know-how,
percentage of luck,
and a whole lot of ain't never giving up.
when the beast is down.
It's time for
We're
celebration.
not taking away.
We're giving back to the nation. We believe,
Under God,
indivisible. Spook Nation.
nation.